All right, good. All right, you ready? You ready?
Yep.
Complaint for unlawful breach of contract, deprivation of civil and constitutional rights, conspiracy to deprive a citizen of his rights. Jason Vale affirms the following under penalty of perjury, as promulgated by 28 U.S.C. 1746, respectfully alleges and complains of the defendants as follows. That the plaintiff, Jason Vale, brings this action in propria persona, whatever that means. That this action is seeking declaratory judgment for unlawful breach of contract by the jurisdiction vested, da-da-da. It's 34 paragraphs. It's 34. I'm not going to read the whole thing. I'm just going to get to the good part. This talks about the venue, the parties, plaintiff as a citizen.
Is this about the gym? Or
Yes.
About,
This is about the gym. I didn't get to it yet. I was going to tell you. The defendant's LA Fitness is a privately owned limited liability company that operates health and fitness clubs. LA Fitness's mailing address. It talks about.
Did you sue her personally also?
Who? The girl?
The girl.
Oh, no, I don't know who it is yet. The defendant, otherwise, okay, background regarding defendant. He goes into all the background of it as gleaned by pursuer pleadings filed in federal concerning class action complaints brought against the defendant. LA Fitness was founded in 1984. The person operates underperforming fitness clubs. Through the mid-1990s, the company grew its club portfolio both by acquiring and turning around existing clubs and by developing, opening, and operating newly constructed properties. In 1995, LA Fitness designed and built the new 45,000 square foot multi-purpose health fitness club that became the company's signature look. In 1998, the company began and rapidly increased its new club development, expand into geographical locations upon information.
What the hell is this?
This is a lawsuit against LA Fitness for when they kicked me out. Right? It goes on and on. Plaintiff's cause of action. That on or about March 15, 2013, the plaintiff, Jason Vale, appeared in LA Fitness located, blah, blah, blah. Plaintiff Jason Vale enjoys the privileges and benefits of having been a member of the defendant's through the defendant's family membership plan offered by LA Fitness International.
Can you settle it?
Daddy, can I read this first? I didn't even read it yet, okay? Can I read it first? That on the aforestated date, the plaintiff entered the premises of LA Fitness and attempted to sign in when employees of the defendant, which is LA Fitness, were engaged in a conversation. Plaintiff then proceeded to begin his workout when an unknown person, employee of LA Fitness, confronted him in a rude, disrespectful manner. Plaintiff then overheard said unknown premises, who were of African-American descent, making discriminatory, racist remarks.
It's a total
Defendant, Defendant, unknown persons used racial slurs and then informed the plaintiff, a world-class athlete who was a former world champion arm wrestler and a surviving cancer patient who was in constant pain and anguish, that his membership was canceled. Astonishingly, in the absence of any unjustifiable reason whatsoever, the defendant, unknown persons, contacted the New York City police, who appeared to remove him from the premises. Plaintiff repeats and realleges each and every allegation contained in paragraphs 1 through 18, inclusive with the same force and effect as though more fully set forth at language herein. As a result of the aforementioned, on March 20th, 2013, plaintiff had his attorney caused to be served upon the defendant at their corporate office location a letter setting forth allegations of racial discrimination and unlawful breach of contract, requesting that his membership be reinstated forthwith and that the employees be fired based upon their egregious unlawful conduct. Having received no response in said communication, plaintiff's attorney then made a demand for information under New York State Freedom of Information. The defendant, LA Fitness International, has failed to respond to either communication, and plaintiff's membership has not been restored. Plaintiff repeats and alleges that the action of the defendant, LA Fitness International, under willful, wanton, reckless, and constituted breach of contract, that the unlawful breach of contract was based solely and wholly upon plaintiff's origin and not anywise thereunto contributing by plaintiff. Oh, I didn't do anything, in other words, which I didn't. Plaintiff repeats and realleges each and every allegation, inclusive that the actions thereof deprived the plaintiff of privileges and immunities granted him by the Constitution of the United States and secured by the laws and treaties thereof. That the actions of the defendants were extreme and outrageous, embarrassing and humiliating, exceeding all bounds of decency, and regarded as atrocious and intolerable in a civilized society. that the defendant LA Fitness International engaged in a custom and policy caused the abrogation of the plaintiff's constitutional rights and failed to properly train their employees. That the defendant, unknown persons, acted in a manner which violated civil rights of the plaintiff. Whereof, for plaintiff prays that the defendant be summoned to appear and answer herein, that the plaintiff have judgment against the defendants hereby as follows. A declaratory judgment finding that the defendant LA Fitness is in breach of contract, the defendant LA Fitness International and unknown persons conducted themselves in a violation of federal state law. Dad, can I finish this, please? Let me finish, okay? Stop. Having canceled plaintiff's membership based solely and wholly on ethnicity. That we request compensatory damages in the amount of $250,000.
Sorry. Go ahead.
This is the main part you just interrupted on. That was the main sentence right there.
But you said it.
Compensatory damages in the amount of $250,000 from the defendant, LA Fitness International. Punitive and exemplary damages in the amount of $1 million from the defendant, unknown person, for the intentional disregard of plaintiff's civil rights. Interest and taxes to be paid by the defendants on such as that the cost of this action be assessed against the defendants, and for such and other further relief of this court may deem just and proper circumstances in the interest of justice.
Oh man, it's fun having a lawyer.
Isn't that great?